From the moment my son was born, I was a different person. Something in me literally was born alongside him. Our children really are our best teachers. They invite us to look at wounds and unhealed places in ourselves. I'm Susan Stiffelman. I'm a marriage and family therapist, a credentialed teacher, and the owner of a business called Parenting Without Power Struggles. What's happened is that I wrote this book, Parenting Without Power Struggles. It did quite well, and it inspired me to do some workshops. And then over time, it's evolved with other audio products, and then this longer course that I created and different versions of that. And I've reached a point in my business now where I can convey this big idea about parenting. So if I think way back, and how did I end up here? I'd always liked kids and babysat and things like that. And then I went to college and got a teaching credential. And then I got this incredible job working as a teacher traveling. But more and more, I saw that the kids that I was teaching often had emotional issues that were influencing their ability to learn. So I ended up going back to school and getting my license as a psychotherapist, which is a big process. And I eventually fused those. And I suppose you could say at that point, I was defining a fairly unique career path. Then I think I understood, especially once the internet started to happen, wow, that there was a delivery mechanism by which I could actually work with people who I never meet. And that's probably when it became a business. I have seen thousands of children in my career as a teacher and a therapist. And in particular, there was one child years and years ago, and this kid was like, just her on fire. She was lit up. She was just the juiciest little 4-year-old. And I saw her when she was about 12, and she was didn't remotely resemble who she had been. It was like the light had gone out in her. As parents, we have this opportunity to keep the light shining in our children. So I've traveled a lot. I have taken my son first when he was about 2.5. He's been a few times. When he was 15, I actually took him out of school for 2.5 months and took him to Uganda, Tanzania, Australia, and New Zealand. We volunteered and we explored and we had some great adventures. And I really wanted him to understand his place as a citizen of the world. And I think that the travel has broadened my horizons. So I work from home, and my office is at home. I love what I do, but I still garden and I still spend a lot of time with friends and family, and I cook rather poorly, and I take a lot of walks and bike rides, and I'm pretty insistent on calling it quits whenever I feel like, okay, that's enough of the cerebral stuff, I want to get back into the rest of me. Sometimes I forget that there's an impact to what I'm doing. That's really what it is to be a parent. When I'm speaking with parents, there's this engagement and there is this relief and there's laughing and there's, kind of a relaxation, because parents are pretty, as I said, they're pretty hard on themselves. There's a lot of worry, especially in the world today. The best lesson I've learned as an entrepreneur is to be kind to myself. And to recognize that sometimes things take time. I don't have to do everything at once. It's a process, and ideally the journey is the destination.